Hey everybody, welcome to Thrifty Budgeting. This is part 1 of our 3-part holiday shopping tips on how to save money series. So if you love keeping more cash in your pocket while still enjoying the festive fun, then you are definitely at the right place. Now be sure and stick around until the end for all the budget saving tips in part 1. And if you're watching this when it first drops, keep an eye out for parts 2 and 3 coming soon. We've got tons of budget saving tricks up our sleeves. Now let's dive in. Holidays seem to be on a never-ending loop. Just when you think you've caught your breath from one, here comes another. From New Year's to Valentine's Day, Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. It's like a financial obstacle course. And if you're not careful, your hard-earned cash can disappear faster than candy in a room full of toddlers. And that's where we come in. Holiday shopping on a budget may seem tricky, but trust me, it's totally doable. A little planning, a few clever hacks, and suddenly the usual holiday spending chaos becomes a stress-free, budget-friendly win. Today, we're sharing some of the best ways to enjoy holidays without draining your bank account or your sanity. And since we're all about savings, let's kick this off with the spookiest money gobbler of them all. Halloween. Yes, Halloween. The one night a year when dressing up like a zombie, a superhero, or an out-of-control roll of toilet paper is socially acceptable. For those who celebrate, it's a time of spooky thrills, candy-filled adventures, and getting creative with costumes and decorations. And if Halloween isn't your thing, hey, no worries. We respect all traditions. Now, while this series focuses on Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, the saving strategies that we'll be sharing can still help with any holiday spending. So when you think about Halloween, the expenses usually revolve around costumes, decorations, and candy. Pretty simple, right? But not always. Some people go all out with haunted house trips, elaborate parties, and even travel to the next scary destinations. And let's not forget those festive fall decorators. You know, the ones who turn their entire porch into a Hallmark-worthy autumn wonderland filled with pumpkins, bales of hay, and just that right amount of cozy charm. Now, if you love decorating or just celebrating in general, the cost can creep up faster than a ghost in a scary movie. But don't worry, the trick to keeping your budget in check is knowing exactly where to save and how to stretch your dollar. So let's start with how to budget for Halloween and make sure your money isn't vanishing into thin air. So our first tip is about decorations, and it's all about reverse engineering. And no, we're not hacking the holiday system, although that would be cool. We're just shopping smart. So when's the best time to grab Halloween decorations? Right after Halloween, of course. That's when stores are going to slash their prices to 50% off the day after and up to 75% more in the following weeks. So if you really love a good deal, and we know you do, this is when you stock up for next year without scaring your bank account. Now, if you've got your eye on those massive Halloween decorations, you know, the 12-foot skeletons, giant inflatables, and those haunted yard displays, there is another trick. Lowe's and Home Depot often start discounting these mid-October to clear out the inventory, so you can score 30 to 55% off. And as Halloween gets closer, some stores drop prices even further, sometimes up to 75% off.
But beware.
Waiting too long can be risky. At those deep discounts, the big ticket items tend to go super fast. So if you really want that giant glowing 12-foot Reaper for your front door, mid-October is your best bet. So next up, let's talk about how to save money on homemade decor. Now, if you enjoy decorating at Halloween but find that it can get expensive, one of the things that you can do to help cut costs is to get crafty. DIY decorating decorations aren't just budget friendly, they're also a fun way to get the whole family involved in some spooky creativity. And the best part, you probably have half of the supplies lying around your house already. Now here's how to turn everyday items into Halloween magic. Take shipping boxes. They're absolutely perfect to use. Just simply cut, paint, and then you can turn them into tombstones for a DIY graveyard. You can also use toilet paper rolls. Yep, shape them into bats, ghosts, or ghouls for easy wall or window decor. This is one that the kiddos will absolutely love, and that's using milk jugs. All you have to do is cut and color them into creepy monsters, or you can turn them into glowing lanterns with battery-operated lights inside, and that's just the beginning. Now, Pinterest is a goldmine for budget-friendly Halloween decor ideas, so if you need extra inspiration, just simply take a scroll. And speaking of bargains, don't forget to check thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, and online marketplaces for cheap decorations, accessories, and even costume props like old hats, wigs, and masks. You would be amazed at what you could find for just a few bucks. Now, one of the easiest ways to cut costs for Halloween is to reuse and store your decorations. Just like you do at Christmas. So instead of buying new stuff every year, just simply pack up your decorations in a storage bin and keep them in a cool, dry place so they'll last for many Halloweens to come. Also, think ahead. After Halloween sales are the perfect time to grab reusable decor at a fraction of the price. So instead of carving a fresh pumpkin every year, why not snag a light-up jack-o'-lantern on clearance? It's gonna last forever, and that's a one-time purchase that keeps on saving. Now, the same goes for the skulls, candle holders, and other spooky staples. Grab them on sale and reuse them year after year. So now that your decorations are all set, let's talk about the next big Halloween expense: Halloween candy. Now, when it comes to Halloween, don't forget about the sweets, because if you do, well, you might as well find yourself on the receiving end of a trick. Let's be real, because kids take their candy contracts very seriously. And speaking of serious, have you seen the prices of candy lately? If you're handing out treats to a parade of little trick-or-treating sugar seekers, the cost can add up super fast. But don't worry, we've got some tricks, the good kind, to help you save money this Halloween. Now, some ways that you can save on trick-or-treat candy is to skip the pricey chocolates. Now listen, if you're trying to cut costs and save money, mini chocolate bars may be delicious, but they also come with not so miniature price tags. Instead, what you can do is grab a giant assorted bag of fruity candies like Skittles, Sweet Tarts, or lollipops. They last forever and cost way less. Now, my mom used to turn Tootsie Roll Pops into ghosts by draping a white napkin over them and then tying the neck with a piece of yarn, and then she drew a cute little face. The kids loved them. So let your creativity kick in, and you can end up saving money while the kids get an awesome, unique treat from you. Now, another thing that you can do is buy in bulk. A 100-piece bag is usually a solid deal, and rumor has it that the best candy discounts start 4 days before Halloween. And bonus, if you wait till the last minute, that also means that you're less likely to snack on it beforehand. Yeah, we see you. Now, something else you can do is shop smart. Dollar stores might have great deals, but they usually don't sell in bulk. For Halloween candy, you're better off hitting up the big box stores like Walmart or Target, or even wholesale spots like Sam's Club or Costco. Alright, next, do you go with name brand or generic? Now, when it comes to kids and candy, it really doesn't matter. Have you ever seen a kid turn down candy just because it wasn't name brand? Exactly. Besides, they're getting treats from everywhere, so no one's keeping score. So save yourself some cash and grab the biggest, cheapest bag that you can find. And while you're handing handing out candy. Another thing that you want to do is ration it like a pro. Now look, to stretch your stash, stick to 2 pieces per kid. No more, no less. Now if you really want to make that candy last, do not let the kids grab their own. Trust us, their tiny hands have that supernatural ability to scoop up half your bowl in a blink of an eye. Now if you're one that wants to avoid the sugar-fueled madness altogether, consider non-candy treats like glow-in-the-dark bracelets, mini bubbles, spider rings, stickers, and pencils. Now, they are perfect for kids with allergies to wheat, nuts, or chocolate, and they won't contribute to any future dental bills. Win-win. Now, if you're hosting a party or haunted house, consider DIY treats. Baking your own treats is a great way. You can turn basic desserts into spooky masterpieces. You can have fun with this and decorate your cookies or cupcakes like Frankenstein, ghosts, or goblins. Make popcorn balls with googly eyes for a fun and slightly creepy snack. So get creative and go all out. This is the fun part after all. Now, if you want to maximize your candy savings, don't forget to use coupons and loyalty points when buying candy or baking ingredients. Also check for sales at the end of September because that's when Halloween deals are going to start popping up. Now look again for a few days before Halloween for those discounts from 25 to 50% off. And the ultimate budget trick is buy your candy after Halloween. That's when it's going to be dirt cheap. Sugary, fruity candy will last you over a year if it's stored in a cool, dry place. And while chocolate has a shorter shelf life, about 6 months, it's a great deal to use for holiday baking or your personal stash. Yeah. Now, some people even save candy from Christmas and Easter to hand out next Halloween because let's be honest, kids aren't checking for seasonal packaging. They just want the sugar. So, decor, check. Candy, check. Now, let's talk about how to save money on costumes. Halloween costumes for kids can cost anywhere from $15 to $75 plus. That's a lot for something they'll probably only wear once before outgrowing it faster than you can say trick or treat. And if you have more than one kid, yikes, your wallet just might pull a disappearing act. But fear not, there are plenty of ways to dress up for less. And one way is to thrift it and flip it. So instead of dropping a fortune on brand new costumes, take a trip to a thrift store or consignment shop with your kids. It's like stepping into a time machine. You'll find all sorts of vintage clothing and unique pieces that are perfect for DIY costumes. So let the kids pick their outfits and mix and match accessories to create that one-of-a-kind look. Now, savings alert, you can save up to 80% on a costume just by shopping secondhand. Also, another thing that you can do is check with your friends and family to see if you can borrow accessories. If your little one wants to be a witch, you might find a hat and a cape at a thrift store, but maybe your neighbor has that perfect broomstick or wig that you can borrow. Now, DIY costumes on a budget aren't just for kids. If you're dressing up for a party or haunted house, you don't need to splurge on something new. Take it from me. One year, I went as Michael Myers from the scary classic Halloween. Yep, me, a female Michael Myers, because why not? It's Halloween, anything goes. And the best part, I almost spent nothing. The mask, borrowed. The jumpsuit, a $6 welder zip-up from Goodwill. The boots, already had them. The plastic machete, I picked up at the Dollar Tree for $1. Total cost, less than $10. And bonus, I creeped out plenty of people for free. Now also, if you've got old costumes just collecting dust, take them and sell them, turn them into cash. There are plenty of frugal shoppers looking for gently used costumes at a discount. You can earn back 20 to 50% of what you originally spent on that costume. Then you can turn around and take that cash and put it toward this year's costume. Because there's really no point holding on to that tiny superhero outfit, as cute as it is, from 2 years ago when some other kid could be out there saving the day in it. Now you can score big on cheap accessories by going to the box stores, but don't overlook the dollar stores for items like plastic swords and shields. They're perfect if your little ones are dressing up as a pirate or a knight. You can also also score some fake jewelry and tiaras because every princess needs some sparkle. Now, creepy crawlies and props are great for costumes or decor, and a lot of times the dollar store accessories are just as good as the ones sold in the Halloween aisles, but way cheaper. Now, some costume tips are to check out the toy aisle. A lot of Halloween costumes are just overpriced versions of dressed up sets that you can find in the toy section for half the price. That $30 superhero costume probably sitting in the kids' toy aisle for $15. Same product, different packaging. Also, you can use regular makeup. Instead of buying overpriced Halloween face paint, grab Wet n Wild or those other bold makeup shades from the beauty aisle. I mean, it's same spooky effect, but lower price. Also, look for slightly damaged costumes. A costume with a tiny snag or a missing button might be marked down anywhere from 50 to 75% off. And if it's fixable, boom, instant deal, baby. Now, the Spirit Halloween Trap. Yep, the pop-up stores that appear in September takes your money, vanishes into thin air a couple of days after Halloween. I mean, they're fun to browse. I love them. And let's be real, playing with all those animatronics, but the stores aren't budget friendly. Here's a little savings tip for those type stores. If you must shop there, use coupons. And if you can wait, come back the day after Halloween, because that's when everything gets marked way down. Next up is the last minute costume trick. Now, if you don't mind leftovers, shopping the day before Halloween can save you up to 75%. Now, stores want all that stuff gone to make room for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and this works out great for adults, but if you have kids, be warned, last minute costume shopping could lead to meltdowns. Proceed with caution. And that's a wrap on our Halloween savings guide. Now, you can enjoy the holiday without that financial horror. Feels good to keep more in your pocket, doesn't it? Hey, be sure and watch part 2 of our holiday shopping tips for some cool ways that you can save money. Peace and love, and stay thrifty.